Holy crap guys, the time has finally come and exactly as we've been promised, the Model 3 Performance is about to be here. The Tesla team is currently in Valencia, Spain, filming a commercial exactly for this car. Everything about what they're doing is kept completely low-key and it's really hard to even spot the difference and anything special about this Model 3. Well, except for the fact that there is a giant crew following around this car with a bunch of security behind them. Thanks to an ex-user by the name of Desmond Wisley, he recently whipped out his phone and it gave us some really amazing shots of this new performance ludicrous Model 3 at the risk of getting caught by some of the team, which in the end he eventually got caught, but it was totally worth it because now we get to see the Model 3 performance ludicrous in all its glory. Now this video here today is going to be a brief one, but I will be going into a lot more detail in the following video, so make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Alright, so the first thing that caught me off guard was that this was being filmed in Spain rather than the US. The US is where the majority of the prototype testing has gone down, but it doesn't seem like Tesla is going to be announcing it here earlier than anywhere else, as the trend usually indicates that the Chinese and European market gets features and upgrades first. This time around it may not be the case even though it is filmed in Europe. This commercial here that they are filming in Valencia may just be a global standard and may be used for the rest of the world release as well. So don't worry too much. The fact that it's being filmed in Spain doesn't mean that you're not going to be getting it at the same time in North America. My thought is that North America, Europe, and China is going to be getting the Model 3 Performance at the exact same time. Alright, so now let's get to the exciting part here. You guys have been waiting long enough. The exterior of the car has been fully uncovered and we get to see every little aspect of it. For the longest time, we've been anticipating the changes and upgrades to the Performance Model 3, but a majority of the time it was covered underneath a piece of fabric. Although recently we've been able to pick out some of the little features through the indents on the fabric, we're not really able to confirm the actual features and upgrades that are coming to the Model 3 for sure. But this video here captured by Desmond is going to show every little detail of the car that is going to be available on your Model 3 Performance. Alright, so the entire team obviously tried to surround the car and hide it as much as they can, but the video pretty much shows exactly what you're gonna see from the front to the rear. The first biggest signal that you're going to see and tell that this is the new ludicrous model is going to be the badge on the rear trunk. This is definitely going to be the ludicrous Model 3 with the upgraded powertrain and 700 horsepower. You guys are probably still wondering up to this day where 700 horsepower comes from, but there is a standard of what Tesla has to meet before calling it such feature. To get to the level of ludicrous power, you're going to need at least 680 to 700 horsepower, very similar to the Model S. This means that the Model 3 Performance is going to at least have 680 horsepower. Now looking at the underside of the rear, you're going to notice also a very prominent diffuser. This is going to enhance the stability during high top speed and also give it better tracking performance overall. We've seen this in numerous prototypes and leaks of the Model 3, so this seems like a very obvious thing that is going to be coming to the production model as well. Moving over to the side portion of the car, you notice that it is now riding on some newer wheels. These are the 20-inch warp wheels that we've been discussing many times. These new wheels here do have the addition of the aero caps which are installed, but if you want to see the entire thing removed, there are some images online that should show you what you should be getting once you pick up your car. If you do want to know more about this, go check out my previous video because we dived right into just the wheels alone and there are quite a bit of upgrades to them. Now moving over to the front side of the car, the biggest change here really has to be the front bumper. As you can see in the image, there are these new front splitter right at the bottom of the bumper. It seems like this new splitter is not going to be the same body color as the car and it will just be a separate piece. This will be extremely easy to take on and off or get replaced if in case of any damages, but it will just come in black, so it just gives us a more aggressive feel overall and possibly even add some efficiency to it. Now what we also recently discovered is that there will be some newer air ducts to each side of the bumper. This will further cool down the brakes and the tires on higher top speeds and during tracking. One other thing here that is very possible but very hard to tell in this video is the possible chance that fog lights may be returning within this air duct and the amber reflector is going going to move down to the bumper. Although this commercial is filmed in Europe on a European model car, we won't be seeing that amber reflector, and honestly, in my opinion, this looks so much better. So yeah, this is not it. There is a lot more upgrades I do want to discuss with you in the next video, but for this one here, this is all that we can see straight up from the very front. They are preparing for these commercials to be launched within the next couple weeks, so it is very fair to say that mid-March to later March is going to be the announcement date, and then after that is going to be deliveries. So yeah, there you have it. There is a lot more to talk about this Performance Model 3, and this isn't the only Model 3 that they filmed during this period, so definitely wait out for my next video. We'll be diving much more in depth with it. Let me know your thoughts on all of this in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think about this upgrade. Is it enough? Is it not enough? And is there something specific that you hope to come within the interior of this car that we may be missing out? This should wrap it up for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you in the next one. Peace out.